Hey, Adam here. Date is 10/2, second day of October 2016. Time is 9:56 p.m. So it's like 10. Watched football today. Was all right. The Eagles didn't play this week, so it's like I have no horse in any of these races. So I have no emotional investment. So it's kind of a boring Sunday. Yeah, I mean football's all right, but it's like you gotta watch the Eagles play for it to be interesting at all. I don't know why I have any emotional connection to the Eagles. Um, I can think back to like 2001, when the Sixers went to the NBA Finals, and like I was into that. Like for just somehow, I don't even know how it happened. Just somehow I got into the Sixers. Um, going. I think because I was watching the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, from 2001, where they were playing the Raptors. I think it was the Raptors that they played. And just, somehow I got into it. I just, I had no interest in sports before that. And just out of nowhere, I was suddenly interested in the Sixers. I think because it was on TV and we didn't have cable at the time, so. Um, Yeah, and then from watching the Sixers, then I moved to the Eagles because the Eagles were starting to do good around that time period too. Because that was 2001. That would have been Andy Reid's like third year, but it would have been like uh, the second year that they were good because they were good. I think in 2000. Then in 2001 they were good again. They beat Tampa Bay in the first round of the playoffs, and then they lost in the or no, they went. They who did they beat in the divisional round? They beat the fucking yeah. First they beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the wild card. Then they beat uh, Chicago Bears in the divisional round. So I remember watching that over. I forget what his name was. I had a friend that year. I made a friend in high school. I forget what his fucking name was. Pete. I think it was Pete something. He was cool though. I was just a goofy. He was into the goofy fucking shit like I was. Um, because I would just just make these. I'm the type of person that just like just nonsensical humor. Just it's funny to me. Um, and I was doing it before anybody was doing it. That fucking. Um, but yeah, so I remember one time I was over his house. Well, I mean, he lived in an apartment at the time, but Pete, my friend Pete, I'm talking about. I went over his house, and he was like, I think it was for Christmas. It was like very close to Christmas, and he like gave me this super soaker for Christmas, and I was like, in the moment, my reaction was when he gave me the present because at this point I was like, I want to say it was something like 15 or 16. So, I thought I was like older, like too old for Christmas at the time. But, just thinking back on it, I was such a fucking like child. Um, but yeah, he gave me this like super soaker water gun for Christmas. So I was like, and I said to him, and I like looking back on this, I don't know why I thought this. I was just like, I said, are you serious? Just like because I guess I was kind of sort of flabbergasted in the moment that he would give me a present, but it's like in that moment, there's implications with that. Like, are you serious? Like, first of all, he doesn't know that I. It was just a flabbergasted in the moment, and I think it's like when I say that, it's like he thinks maybe, oh, I'm not allowed to get him a gift. It's like all sorts of things you can think in that moment that I just felt bad looking back on it. Yeah, I'm just terrible with like social cues and stuff. I was just thinking that to myself today. I'm just fucking so bad with fucking social cues. I don't know. Actually, it's not so much that I'm bad with them. It's that I can spot them, but it's like I don't trust myself enough to know that. Like, am I reading too much into this, or And sometimes I just don't trust people. Like they like. I always feel like it's a trap. Like they're just waiting for me to walk into the trap, so they can like make fun of me or whatever. But you know, like sometimes people open themselves up to me, but I just don't trust it because I feel like it's some sort of trap or some sort of fucking trick. And you know, that's probably from years of fucking public school education. Yeah, but you know, it's probably, I mean, adults just aren't like that. At least I don't think that. Adults, for the most part, I just can't think of being like that. You know, because we're all a little older and a little wiser now. We know that shit, you know, the way the kids act toward each other is, well, it's juvenile. It's fucking stupid. And you know, it's like you could say, oh, well, that's really, kids are the honest ones. But, you know, no, they're fucking not. Kids are fucking stupid. You ever talk to a kid? Kids are fucking stupid. You know? I mean, you know, they know, yeah, they can understand things well, but just as far as, like, and I don't mean stupid as in, like, you know, I don't mean stupid as in like unable to comprehend things, because I think kids in that sense are, you know, smart, as just as smart as adults, like understanding concepts. But I just mean stupid, like, you know, they will. It's like, I'm trying to think of this, to say this in a way that isn't like mean. You know, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm trying to like justify the last sentence that I said, but no, I did mean what I said though. It's just this, that, you know, they just don't have the wisdom yet. The wisdom is very low, so I think that's what I mean. I don't mean to say that, you know, like kids aren't, and I'm talking about like, you know, like that fucking dog eat dog mentality. That's just retarded shit. Yeah, and well, I mean, adults are fucking just as guilty of that shit. So I don't know why I'm singling kids out. 7:36. Yeah. So I got that whole fucking like. See, now it's like, you know, because it's like this is just the way that I communicate. I just say sentences and then I have to justify the sentence that I just said. Like, you know, I say first, then write the story later. You know, get it out first, then create the narrative later. I should probably stop communicating like that. Yeah, I hope that makes sense too. You know, like, I'm trying to think of like some sort of analogy. Like, it's like, you know, it's, you create your mess and then you have to straighten it out later. Like, you know, it's saying things and then, that's why I said it, but you don't know why you said it to begin with. And you know, it isn't always right. So, I'm just rambling at this point. Yeah, so I watched football today. Went over to the store. Yeah, I got $20 for helping Courtney move again yesterday. I gotta tell you, my cardio is so good. My cardiovascular fitness is so good. I was like, well, I mean, just, you know, because I run so much. I was running with bags up the steps, like just multiple times and just not getting out of breath. Just big bags full of fucking clothes and boxes and shit. Just running them up the steps and not getting tired. And so, you know, I'm proud of that. Very proud of that. Very close to the microphone now. Yeah, so it's like, what do you do now? Do I just make more Let's Plays tomorrow? I think so. Actually, I'm going to keep going because I actually do enjoy doing that. I just don't know if I want to keep doing Honey Pop. It's, just don't find that game very interesting so far. I mean, it could be interesting, but I just don't find it very interesting. But, you know, we'll see. I actually want to try that. I had an idea for recording. I don't want to give it away on here, but, you know, I just had an idea. I mean, it's more of a concept than it is like an idea. But it's just a conceptual thing at this point that I just want to try it out. Yeah. So 10 minutes 11 seconds. Goodbye. Oh, just an addendum to this. I keep thinking of this like gift wrapping idea. I have no idea what it means or what it is even, but it feels very mid 2000s ish. Like I keep thinking of opening a pack of cards or something like with thick plastic, like like the kind of plastic you have with that clear gift wrapping that you put like around presents, like after you already put the paper wrapping on, you put this like clear gift wrapping on it that's like made of plastic. I'm thinking of plastic, like thick plastic gift wrapping and somebody chewing gum and clear and like opening a pack of cards, like, and it's very sanitary. The word I keep thinking of is sanitary. Gift wrapping, bubble gum, Christmas bubble gum, Target. Okay, I'm done.